This is a glimpse into my life. Life with Eric.
Eric's here.
And I'm Kylie.
And I'm Eric.
Okay, I think we know who you are.
Oh.
So welcome to another Sunday edition of Life with Eric. It's becoming a trend over here.
I'm kind of liking the Sunday morning thing. I don't know why. It feels like I got more energy on Sunday morning.
Oh, I'm not sure if I do, but people say I sound like I do, so maybe I do.
Yeah, I'm a morning more person getting up. I mean, I don't like to get up. I like to sleep in. But this morning was different because
Daylight savings.
Daylight saving time. It took me basically an hour to figure it out. I kept saying I have so much energy. It's so light out.
I woke up at like
everything.
7:45 and could not go back to sleep. So I just laid in bed and read while you and Nora had a snore off.
I snored.
You and Nora. We were like talking to each other via snores.
I don't snore.
Like you would snore and then Nora would respond and then you would respond.
But I don't snore normally.
I mean,
not really.
A little bit at some point in the night, I'd say yes.
You snored a couple weeks ago. Did you remember I told you
yes.
you're snoring loud?
I
was
have
like,
a deviated
what the fuck?
septum. It's a thing.
Yeah, but you don't snore. I can't really remember you snoring.
That's because you're always sleeping hard.
Oh. Maybe that's why. I literally can lay down and fall asleep in. I was talking to a friend about
30
this
seconds
the other day, and his wife does the same thing. Like, how can you sit down for 20 seconds and then be out? You're talking and then you're out.
We'll be talking, and then all of a sudden you're silent and you start twitching when you fall asleep. You don't know if you don't know this.
So you look over and I'm twitching.
You do little like twitches. I'm like, oh, he's okay.
Kind of like Michael Jackson in the Thriller.
Yeah, you do like little like mooch. Like I was brushing my teeth the other night and I could see you twitching. I'm like, oh, he fell asleep already. Okay.
You see the covers like
yeah.
I wonder why people twitch.
I don't know.
Some people let out like when people sleep, they let out like poof, like
my dad does that.
Like a puff.
You do that from your butthole.
Okay, that's rude. That's rude. Take it back. Take it back now.
I think everybody does.
I think
everyone farts in their sleep, not just you. You did do one. Was it last night or the night?
Last night?
I think it was last night.
No.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I was like, whoa, a big guy, big loud guy.
Ew. Well, you know what? That shows you how uptight I am. Because I'm not totally relaxed if it's loud.
How full of gas you
are?
No,
I'm full of air, but I mean, I'm talking when it's tight like that. It's loud.
That was compressed.
Have I ever woken you up out of your sleep?
I don't think so. No, I'm usually always awake. Still,
you're still awake.
Like the dog woke me up, so I was up.
I like the fact that you're so obsessed with me that you wait for it and you love it.
I mean, I don't.
You must love it.
I don't wait. I guess I kind of do wait for it, actually.
Yeah, you won't even fall asleep. You'll torture yourself and not fall asleep waiting for it. Yeah.
No,
I think so.
It's like a love-hate relationship.
You don't get mad. You don't get mad at me when I do that.
No.
You see, if I fell asleep and I get mad.
If I farted in my sleep, I probably fart myself all the time.
Well, maybe, but I get mad about it.
Well, I can't control it.
I know, but I'm like, oh, this is so disgusting and everything.
It's just a fact of life.
You're a better human than me.
You said it.
Now, yesterday, I was a better human than you.
I don't think you were, though. In my opinion, you were not a better human.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Absolutely.
The sausage?
Sausage debacle?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The sausage debacle. So I get home, and Kylie's making a sausage sandwich,
okay,
I guess.
Not really. I said, you were home for like 3 hours.
Right.
This was like 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah. And I was hungry, so I was like, I guess I'll just make one of these little sausages and we had little like rolls. I'm like, make a little like sausage sandwich.
Right, and you made me one too because I said,
right,
I'll have one too because you want a bite, and I said, well, just make me one. I'll probably eat it. I'll dip it in mustard and eat it. I don't want a bun.
Right.
So as I'm eating my sausage, there's a half of a sausage left.
So I took my sausage.
It's like a Polish sausage, you know, cutting. It's like a fillet.
I butterflied it. Yes.
Yeah.
So I took half of my sausage and I made a little sandwich out of it. And you go over there and you were going to start cutting into my half. And I said, no, that's my half, other half. I'm going to probably make another.
I know, because when I ask you about it, you don't say, I'm going to make it. I might make another sandwich.
Because I didn't know if I wanted the bread or not. I should have said I'm going to eat it either way.
Yeah.
So I guess I need to be very clear when I speak.
When it comes to food, you need to be very clear.
So I said,
and then I look at it by peripheral, and you're putting away the rolls.
So I'm like, I didn't want you to cut it into pieces because I might want a sandwich out of it. I was going to eat it either way, though.
Right, but you put away the rolls.
So you're eating your half of your sausage. You cut up in little pieces and are dipping and shit. And so I took out another roll and I cut it in half. I put it in the toaster and I put the rolls in the fridge. The rest.
Right, and I saw you do that.
And all you saw out of that whole thing was putting the rolls away.
And I go, oh, she's not having one.
So my bread is toasting. I walk over.
I didn't know your bread was toasting at all.
Eating my half of the sausage. So it's now like this number of a piece left that you cannot make a sandwich out of.
You could have dipped it.
I didn't want that
Right.
though.
I know. I actually
So
felt
I angrily
bad.
stopped the toaster, took the rolls out, threw them in the garbage, threw them violently,
Right.
and stormed off.
Right. Like, do you think you have problems?
No.
You do have problems.
I don't have problems. Do
you
you
get
think
mad
you have
that
problems?
bad over a sausage?
Do you think you have problems?
I don't have problems. I was
You
like,
maybe have
I said,
eating problems.
I said, I'll make you another sausage because I thought you were done, and I
just
thought that
wanted
was free game.
half of sausage.
I would
other
have made you a
half
whole one, made you half. But it doesn't work that way.
It doesn't.
But on top of that, you stayed mad the whole day.
Well,
The whole day.
I told you it was.
Couldn't you stay mad a second?
A waterfall effect. Then everything you did irritated me.
Right.
Down to the fact of the mug that you used, the fact that you didn't unload the dishwasher and load your dishes in, everything.
You're mad because I was using a certain mug.
Yes, I was.
Why were you mad about
Because
that
you
mug?
used a Halloween mug, which Halloween is over. I'm about to switch all the mugs out.
What
and
are
now
you
I
using?
That's pumpkin. It can go through Thanksgiving.
Oh, those of you who don't know, Kylie, she has theme mug trees.
For like every year. Yeah.
For
or
every
month,
season or whatever,
yeah.
month or whatever. She changes the mugs out.
Yeah, so it's which I have other pumpkin-y ones that go to swap out the Halloween.
Well, I got something to say to you. Why do you have them hanging on the rack if they're not usable?
Because I was waiting. Actually, had one in the dishwasher that I just took out, and then you reused.
And how was I to know this? How?
It's not Halloween.
Oh, I just should know this.
Yes.
Would anybody out there listening even come close to knowing this?
I mean,
no.
probably.
No. Anyway, you're back. You're not mad at me anymore. I will never eat your sausages again.
That's a
Mark
lie.
my words.
You're gonna in like 2
I'd
weeks.
rather
You're
die than eat a piece of sausage of yours.
Completely forget this happened,
Yeah.
and then
in fact,
I'm
I'm never gonna eat sausage again.
Well, that's a lie.
I'm
also.
obsessed with sausage like you. Anyway, you're obsessed with it. You're like a sausage queen.
I even went into dinner when you're like, "Do you want to share tacos at dinner?" And I said no, because I've only had a half a sausage today.
Right.
I need more than a taco.
I wanted to share the taco platter with you, and you wouldn't share it. That's fine. Do your thing.
I did.
One thing we did share last weekend right after we did the podcast, went to a Halloween party, a dress like your spouse party.
Yes.
So we shared clothes.
Yes, we did.
Did you watch me all night? Make sure I didn't spill nothing on your sweatsuit.
I actually did not. No, I probably should have paid closer attention when you were eating. But surprisingly,
I was eating ribs, man.
You
I was like,
didn't spill anything on it.
Because I was paranoid
as
fuck.
you should be.
I was like leaning over eating my ribs.
Good.
I'm like, oh my God, we're having ribs.
Right.
And by the way, Johnny or Cam, if you listen, those ribs were phenomenal,
amazing.
man. Those fell
I'm
right
not
off
a
the
rib
bone.
eater, and those were
It's
good.
like sliced right off the bone.
Oh, it
those
was
were good.
flaked off, if you will.
Those were
meat
great.
Flakes.
But yeah, it felt good to be Kylie for a day.
It did?
Or an evening.
Oh.
Yeah.
I felt a little butchy being you.
Oh, it's easy being a guy.
It's real easy being a guy.
You're all baggy and
yeah.
kind of baggy, I guess, but
yeah.
You don't have to worry about much stuff.
Nope, you don't.
Girls, it's kind of uncomfortable being a girl.
It's very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Constantly.
Yeah, and my belly out,
boobs
and
out,
boobs
your
out,
hair.
everything. My
You're
hair's
worried about
my hair
everything,
kept getting in my mouth and my
Yes,
side of my face. I'm
Uh-huh.
like, geez, I need a hair clip or something.
Yeah.
You put my
That's what
hair
it's
back.
like to be a lady.
Yeah, so it was you learned a lot, but we got a lot of good comments. A lot of people liked our costumes. I mean,
right. Said we nailed it.
I look just like you.
Just like me.
Everybody said Kylie looks like a cute little boy.
I do. Apparently, I look. Yeah,
And it was kind of funny. She
real,
curled her hair outside the hat because those of you that know me, I have curly hair.
Yes, so I curled my hair to make it look like Eric's little curls that stick out.
Yeah, it was pretty funny. But then as the week went on, the real Halloween came up.
Right.
And I was hoping to watch the World Series.
Well, no, they were never going to play in Halloween, period.
Oh, they weren't. Yeah, that's right. And I missed the final game of the World Series.
Oh, my God,
I was in
it was
acting
so
class.
good. It was a good game.
Dodgers win.
Dodgers won.
Those of you that don't know, Dodgers win. There's one thing that bugs me about Major League Baseball.
What?
And congratulations to the Dodgers, but I'm going backwards. I've been wanting to talk about this forever.
Oh.
And I was going to talk about it in preseason, but I forgot, or spring training.
Okay.
Nowadays, and those of you who play baseball, softball, whatever, you get on first base. Now they hand you like an oven mitt, basically.
Right.
And you put it on one hand as a sliding glove.
Yes. So you don't scrape up your hand. You could throw a ball still.
It's the most pussy thing I've ever seen. Who does that in baseball? That's
they don't.
That's like no crying in baseball. You shouldn't do that in baseball. Like, I guess these guys make millions of dollars.
I wonder
but still.
also if there's like a metal in there, so if their hand gets stepped on. I just thought of that. If it's like a steel toe boot, if you will.
I don't think so. No.
But I mean, think how many hands get like cleated.
Oh, I mean, if it's thick enough thing, they get cleated in this. But I mean, nowadays the guys come up to bat and they got like armor on the one side of their
Right.
body, you know. So
Well, I mean, do you blame them when you got like 100-mile-an-hour ball coming your way and you get hit
I
in the
don't blame
elbow?
them, but there's a toughness that goes with sports, and you know the NFL. I mean,
know.
everything's getting safety.
Well, because
In the old
people are
days,
getting
they used to just get hurt, I guess,
concussions and shit.
and they go out and back out and play.
Right.
They also did make $750 million a year, like Otani or whatever.
Right. So they're like, "We're the oven mitt, Otani."
Right.
Which
It drives me
didn't help his
crazy.
shoulder.
I just start saying, "Oh, put on your pussy mitt." That's what I always say. You're a
Okay.
wuss, but they're probably not.
You've
wussies.
also never played professional baseball, so you don't know what it's like.
I played enough baseball to know I never had a mitt like that, but I'm old too. Those guys are young. Those guys are in their 20s.
Right.
You know,
I
so
don't
they.
know. I mean, I get it. I get why they do it. I mean, you always wore like a sliding pad and stuff. So
I never did.
you really?
I never wore a sliding pad.
Oh,
Barely even had those like sliding shorts they had
Yeah.
or whatever. I didn't matter. I always tear up my knee. I used to actually tear up my knee in softball, so I'd wear a volleyball knee pad under
you realize
my
they
pants.
make.
I know, but I would just wear my
specific-
old volleyball
Oh.
knee pad.
We also played in shorts though.
You did softball.
Yeah. So we had sliding shorts underneath, and then we had a pad for the leg that we slid on.
Oh, okay, got it. Anyway,
I don't know. I get it.
Anyway,
It's not fun to be torn up all the time.
on Halloween night we stayed home and we answered for our trick or treaters.
Yeah, we did. That's
And,
my favorite part.
We had the most bizarre trick or treater I've ever seen in my life.
It was a different.
I'm surprised we didn't
yeah.
get killed.
We, I mean, but he didn't seem
He didn't seem violent.
or mean.
No,
We live in a neighborhood that's slowly turning over. Let's
but
call
it's mostly
it.
old people.
So there's a lot of older people without children.
Right. So we only got
Um,
15 trick or treaters last year. We got 14. We beat it by one.
No, we technically got 18.
We did?
Yeah.
Oh, 18. Last year we got 14.
Yeah. So we have 4 more than last year, which is exciting.
But we go to answer the door.
Which,
And there's-
first of all, I had to laugh because it's like 5:05, and I'm getting ready to leave work, and you're like, "When are you coming home? The trick or treaters are out," and I love the trick or treaters. So I'm like, "Oh my god!" And with the dog, it's a 2-person show, and so I'm
I
like,
don't like
"Okay."
answering the door with the dog because the dog was freaking crazy.
I'm like, "Okay, I'm leaving work now." Like, jam home, ready to see all these trick or treaters. 1, I see nobody in the neighborhood walking when I'm driving, and then 2, nothing, dead silence for like an hour and a half. So I'm like, are we going to even get a single trick or treater?
Well, I took Nora for a walk and I saw a few out there like 4:30.
Well, they didn't come to our house.
I know. But yeah, so we answered the door and we got these 2 like I would say 13, 14-year-old girls.
I would say like 14, maybe even pushing a 15.
Yeah, so they're old trick or
Older
treaters, and that's
trick-or-treaters.
fine. They're
Which
like,
is funny because we were watching the Today Show earlier that day, and there's certain, was it like Virginia?
yeah, Virginia they
has
have a
law
limit. That
that
you can't go more than 13,
yeah,
13
12.
and a
You
half or
cannot
something.
be 12 and a half is like the cutoff on trick-or-treating in
Trick-or-treaters.
Virginia.
Because you can't be like 16 going to the door.
Yeah,
or
and there's
something like that.
somewhere, and somewhat a western state is like 14 and a half or something. Like there's legit like laws out there, the trick-or-treater age.
Yeah, because I think people answer the door, they get kind of scared if it's like an 18-year-old kid or something. You know,
Yeah.
it seems kind of weird.
No,
Okay.
one of my coworkers was telling me that she kind of had like a later trick or treater, like 8:30 or something, which you don't get much of that anymore. She's like, it was like 3 older like teenage boys.
Yeah, because that's when they go out later.
They were dressed in like SWAT gear. So
Oh,
she
that's
opened the
funny.
door and was like,
Are you
Hi.
trick or treating or are you
yeah.
SWAT?
She was like, oh my god. And then they were like trick or treat, and they had backpacks on.
Like,
and they-
trick or treat.
And they just turned around and she put
Beards.
candy in their backpacks and they left. And she was like, oh, okay. like,
Well, it works. I mean, they
I
wanted
know.
candy.
And I was
Everybody
like,
likes
that's
candy. I
creepy.
like candy. Well, these
so did
people,
this group
this group that came, so they had 2 girls,
and a
And
boy.
they-
And,
and
so
a-
we
and a
kind of were
guy-
like,
and
oh,
a
like
boy.
they're all like 15.
and I'm like, yeah, but the guy, I look at the guy and he has a mustache, and so I'm like,
there's some teenagers with a stash.
yeah, but he has a mustache, and then he's obviously. Then I look and he's kind of balding.
Well, no, he
had a hoodie on.
It was he said like he kind of bent. I think maybe no, we had Nora, so he like bent down to pet Nora.
Right.
And so he's talking to Nora, and his voice is deep. It's a man voice.
Yeah.
100% man voice. But
Older man voice,
as
not,
he bends
not
down,
an 18-year-old.
his hood comes off of his head, and you see his massive receding hairline.
Basically, a 40-plus-year-old
I
trick or
think that it was
treater.
a dad.
But the funny thing was, I get it. He's going with his daughters, and he did dress up, but he had a pillowcase.
I mean, when I was in middle school, I did a pillowcase.
No, but this man had a
Oh.
pillowcase getting candy trick or treat time.
Why not?
And I put a couple in his bag just like I would a kid.
I mean, hey. He's probably
He's like,
fuck
thank
it,
you.
I'll go.
Well, I think he's just like, I'll go trick or treating. I want candy too, so I don't raid your kids' candy.
The kids are probably like, get your own, Dad.
Yeah, bring your own pillowcase. You
Maybe
old
he was
man.
like paranoid about his like daughter going trick or
I
treating.
did notice though he did not say trick or treat.
I mean, do you blame him?
He needed to say. I was gonna say you'll get some if you say trick or treat, old man.
Excuse me, man. You
Yeah.
need to say trick or treat.
Yeah, he did say thank you,
Well, that's nice.
but I need this old guy to say trick or treat. I need you to say, "Hi, I'm Fernando Valenzuela,
Okay.
and I'm 42 years old. Trick or treat." Fernando Valenzuela is a famous baseball player.
I
that
did
died
not.
last
Oh,
week.
okay.
Yeah,
I'm like, I don't know who that is.
I'm just saying, you need to say you're like you do an acting. Hi, I'm Eric Petrella, and you don't need to
I'm
say your
taking
age
my
either.
daughter trick or treating.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Eric Petrella. I'm taking my daughter trick or treating, and I'm 53 years old.
Here's a question:
Trick or treat.
if go back in time to when Skylar was like 15, if she
Yeah.
said, "Dad, I want you to go trick or treating with me," would you have done it?
Yeah, but I wouldn't dress up and go to the door.
You wouldn't ask for candy.
No
Well,
way.
here's the thing.
No way.
If
That's
you-
embarrassing.
But here's the thing: if you were like, "Skylar, give me some candy," and she said, "No, it's mine," would you not be like, "Fine, I'll ask for my own"?
No.
You sure?
Nope.
Okay.
Would not do it. I went trick or treating when I was 17 or 18 in a group of us, like 4 of us, and we were in a condo complex where my parents were staying, and let's just go next door, and we were dressed up because we were going to a party. We go trick or treat, and this like stone 22-year-old kid answers the door, and we didn't say trick or treat. We go trick or beer, and he's like, "All right." And he brings 4 beers back, and we all popped them and drank them together.
I mean, there
And
you go.
He drank one
See,
too.
I feel like that guy
It was
should have
pretty
asked
funny.
for a beer.
Right, I would have gave him one for 100%. I would have got him a Modelo out of the refrigerator.
Right.
And gave him one.
I really want to be one, or like it's not the house, it's the neighborhood where you have like, oh, here's some kids candy for the kids. Would you like some of this warm spiced wine that I made?
Manhattan Beach, they do
I
that.
know,
and
but
then,
our neighborhood just isn't.
My friend, he gets so many trick or treaters. They bring 2 fire pits in the
I
driveway.
know, that's so fun.
And a heat lamp, and I'm sure they have drinks for the
Yeah.
ice chest or whatever, or drinks for the parents. But it's fun when I've been trick or treating like that. And everybody has a signature drink, and it's usually like something hot or whatever.
I know,
you know?
like we had a very cold Halloween this year. Well, most of them are, but this one was quite cold.
Right,
Yeah, I was like, oh, like a mulled wine would be fun.
right.
But
Do you know who trick or treated? You know who trick or treated well into their 40s?
Oh boy.
These 2.
This segment of Life with Eric is brought to you by
430 National,
Great American Storage
America,
and Reno Yard.
for all your outdoor storage needs. Kylie and I are going to Wahoo.
Oh, we're changing. We're done with Halloween.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got something else to add for
I
Halloween?
mean, I guess not really. No.
What do you got to add? Nothing. See?
Nothing.
We did dress Nora Jones up in a witch
Oh, yep.
outfit.
She was a little bitchy witch.
If you go to her handle at Insta, Nora
There
Jones.
is a-
What's it
yeah.
called? Me and Nora Jones? What's
No,
it?
it's just
Nora Jones
Nora
and me?
Jones.
At Nora Jones?
Yeah.
Or at, no, you can't have, it's at Nora Jones and me or something.
I think it's at Nora Jones.
Me and Nora Jones. Look it up. We go look at, subscribe to her Instagram
Oh, it is
channel.
Nora Jones and me. Sorry.
Yeah, you can't have Nora Jones. Nora Jones is a famous person.
She has an H in her name, though.
Oh, okay. Nora Jones and me, and you can see our dog's witch outfit. It was
Yes.
really cute, actually. And a couple of, I really thought it was funny when the one little trick or treater,
Oh, it was
she's
cute.
like, "I love you."
Oh, saying goodbye. I
love
know.
you.
Nora did very well.
She
She was
did.
very nice to everybody. We did put a little leash on her so she wouldn't jump on little kids.
Yeah,
but she
like-
was really good. She did want to smell all of them
And look
and
at
their
her
bags.
sparkly dress.
Yes. I think that helps with the don't be afraid of her. She's wearing a sparkly dress.
Yeah, I thought that was so cute. I love you.
It was really cute.
Yeah.
She's like, bye, love you. And I was
Yeah.
like, oh, I know. I was like, do you want to come over and play with her? 'Cause
Right.
She needs to
Yeah,
run.
That was great. Now we're done with Halloween.
Okay.
We're going to Oahu on Thursday.
Yes.
And we are going out to see Skylar, who lives on the North Shore.
Yes.
And she works for One Ocean's Diving. We can say that.
Yes.
She said we could because she talked to
Okay.
Ocean. And her boss is
Were we
Ocean.
not allowed to say it before?
She doesn't like us saying
Oh,
that
okay.
shit. Yeah, so.
Oh, okay.
But, I mean, it's a business. So if you want to go diving with tiger
Right.
sharks and sharks, go out there and dive with them. And then
Isn't
her
it like
boss
a
is.
lemon shark?
I
Didn't
don't
they have,
know
like, a
what kind
lemon
of sharks
shark?
they are. I mean, I know they got tiger sharks, but
Mhm.
Galapagos or something like that. Galapagos or something like that.
I don't.
Yeah, I don't know.
but
We're,
yeah.
we're going to find all this out because we're going to get the history of all these sharks.
Can't
And
wait.
her boss is Ocean Ramsey. You can look her up on Instagram at Ocean Ramsey. It's pretty phenomenal.
It is.
She has a zillion followers because
What
we
she
looked
does is
her up.
pretty phenomenal.
Yeah, what she does is people really intrigued because she wears like this wetsuit that kind of looks like a shark and has these long fins, and she swims very elegantly through the water
Yes, she does.
alongside these giant
Giant
fish.
Right.
and it's amazing. And I don't know. I don't know if she's a shark whisperer or what,
mean,
but we're gonna find
possibly.
that out. Hopefully, hopefully we're gonna meet her, and maybe we're gonna do a podcast out there. Maybe she'll come on.
Yeah. She
I mean, that'd
may
be
or may
great.
not be out of town. We don't know yet.
Yeah, but we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, so we're gonna both go on the boat,
Yes.
I'm gonna go in the water because Skylar will kill me if I don't.
I think she will.
And you are not gonna go in the water.
I do not want to.
Now she said the captain's gonna make you get in.
I don't know. Maybe
You
what
wanna
if
wear
I
your
just don't-
bathing
Yeah,
suit?
I'll just don't wear a bathing suit then.
Then you go in your underwear. Fine.
I'm like,
You gonna go in your underwear?
no.
I mean, can I ask you a question?
Yeah,
I mean, it's kind of personal.
it's fine.
You're okay?
Yeah, yeah.
What if you're on your period? Would you go
I
in
think
the water?
I'm going to be
Oh,
also.
God.
So that's which it's fine. They say that it
In
doesn't matter
shark-infested
anyways.
waters.
But it's like Shark Week on top of Shark Week there.
Now, if we have this Ocean Ramsey on, I am asking that question.
That's fine.
100% because I think about that.
Oh, I mean, that has got to happen constantly.
And what if you just had a cut on your leg?
I don't know. I mean, it's not really like full on like bloody like finger blood
Yeah.
that comes
Well,
out down yonder.
There's all these things. A long time ago, a lady who was swimming out in front of Lahaina got eaten by a shark. She was in her 60s, and
Not
she
on
was
her
an avid
period.
master
No.
swimming. No, and the big thing was, oh, she was on her period. That was the rumor.
But she's 60.
Oh, yeah.
She does not
You get
have her
periods
period.
that old?
No.
Oh, so it was false.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she was in her 60s.
Hello, menopause.
Oh, man. Well, I don't know.
So no.
Okay.
I don't think
I
that-
told-
I
I
don't
told-
think it matters.
I told Skylar, I said, what if I get so scared I shit my pants? It's like
Right.
chum in the water.
Ew. I mean, because what's coming out like corn and stuff?
Kylie's like, if you shit your pants in that water, you deserve to get eaten.
Correct.
But I guess these sharks are out in their element way far off. And
I
it's,
guess they
it's a
don't. They
peace-
don't feed out
Skylar
there.
says it's a peaceful thing. And
I don't find water that peaceful, so I think that's also a thing
I
for
do.
me.
I do.
don't.
Because I enjoy that. And
like
I know
I
Skylar
take
does.
like a 3-minute shower because I don't get enjoyment out of it.
Right.
So
Well,
I
then-
don't find water peaceful.
Well, you just sit on the boat then.
I think that's best for me.
You sit on the boat.
I'll take photos and
I want
videos.
lots of photos and videos.
That
and,
I can
and Sky
do.
says you'll get an underwater picture of me with the sharks.
Oh,
and
that's
stuff like that.
perfect.
And supposedly they're going to take me off. There's a rope you got to hang on to, and they're going to
Oh,
take me
okay.
off of the rope.
Oh.
I don't know.
I mean, at least you're a strong swimmer.
It's not stronger than a shark.
I mean, not strong if you only have one leg.
yeah, but it's going to be something else.
it's okay.
I've actually never been in the ocean where I've seen a
where you've
big
known
fish.
known
even.
that there's this. Yeah.
I've seen a fish, like this big. I'm showing
Right.
Kylie about a 2-footer. I've seen a fish.
It's
and
not a 2-footer.
yeah, I never been in the water where I've seen like 16-footer.
Right.
And big ass. I did hold on to a dolphin one time.
Oh, okay.
And we were
How
in
was that?
we were in Honduras, and there was like it was like a dolphin in captivity,
Yeah,
kind
yeah,
of, obviously. And the dolphin would come up, and I put my arm around the whole dolphin and took a picture. And the really unique thing, you could feel the heart beating, boom, 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 while he was taking the picture, because
Yeah.
it was like, when Nora gets all excited, her
Yeah,
heart's
yeah.
really beating. The dolphin's heart was beating. Then I was like, oh my God, it's like human almost.
it's
like,
an
I mean,
animal, yeah.
it's a mammal, it breathes air.
Yeah.
Dolphins do. But I thought that was really cool, and
They're
and that
alive.
thing was huge around.
And that's not even like half the size.
yeah. Right. So it's going to be very interesting
Okay,
and
great.
exciting. We're going to see what Sky does.
Yes,
and,
I'm excited to see that. I'm not excited to see
yeah.
a shark
And
or
you know what Sky told me the other day? She's like, I don't want you to see my place where I live.
why?
She says, well,
Why?
it's too like, scroungy or whatever, whatnot.
Oh.
And I was like, why would I care?
Right. We've all lived
Yeah.
in not
Right.
nice places in our youth.
Right. And I mean, maybe before we get there, she'll be cleaning it like crazy. But
She used to do that in Orange County.
yeah, but she's moving to a new condo that's real nice. She showed, so she's excited about that. But either way, I don't care. I just want to see what she's doing. I'm happy and
Right.
proud of her for doing, going after what she wanted. And that's another word out to Ocean Ramsey.
Wow.
My daughter has been fangirling you since she's
Oh
been
my
like
God,
16,
for a very long time.
and all she does is talk about you. And now she works for you.
I know she.
So thanks for
what's-
hiring her. Well, I mean, if I have Ocean Ramsey on, I'm going to say thanks.
She's gonna be like, I didn't
like-
know I hired her, but you're welcome.
Well, I think she knows. It's a small company, but
Well, yes and no.
yeah, but she's getting to know her now at least. and
Yes,
stuff
now
like
that she's
so,
hired, yes.
yeah. But I'm going to say thank you for hiring her.
Thank you for keeping her
It's
on.
very nice of you, and it's very, Ocean Ramsey. I'm sure was a little girl at one time that had these dreams to do stuff. And,
Obviously, she
yeah,
did.
Yeah, and she did. So, but I would love to have her on. There's so much. I'd love to hear her background and the whole bit and everything.
Right.
Where she started, and how do you get to be a shark person? How?
Right.
How do you get to be a shark person?
I mean, it has to
I can
start in
see a
like
whale.
in childhood.
Yeah, and I'm guessing, and I don't know. Did she grow up in Oahu? I'm thinking.
Yeah, I believe she did. Yes.
So your parents probably introduced you to the water early, and
Right.
scuba diving and snorkeling and everything else, and obviously went to college for marine biology and stuff like
Yeah.
that. I'm assuming. I
Yes,
don't even know
she
all
did.
this. We're making this up.
No, she did. I know
Yeah.
she has a master's in animal behavior, which I'm guessing she chose sharks. as her steady.
I would hope so.
Field of steady.
She knows, yeah.
Yeah.
But I've seen pictures of her with a giant
Great
whale
white.
shark.
Oh,
or a great
there's
white.
a great white, too.
Everything. There's everything.
there's
But
everything.
the most phenomenal ones is when she's with the whales, though.
Because they're huge.
She looks tiny to
Right.
a whale. And I don't know how tall she is, but she's not that tall. They look taller,
Not
like even when
16
Sky.
feet. Oh,
even
yeah,
when I
those
see-
fins,
get
they make
3
them
foot
so,
long-
yeah.
3
And
foot
I
long
feel like the
fins.
water kind of does that to you anyway, so any underwater
Long-
pictures kind of elongate you, which
yeah.
is always fun.
It's actually very elegant to watch the swimming with
Do you
those long
think
fins.
that
in
you're
the
going to
water.
look elegant in the water?
I believe so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, I asked River, and another thing I would thank Ocean Ramsey for if I saw her face to face. Thank you for taking my son out.
Oh, yeah.
She took him out into the sharks with her, and so I asked River. I said, "Do you think I should bring I have a full wetsuit. I'm a
Right.
swimmer, so I have wetsuits." And I said, "A thin wetsuit." And River goes, "Yeah, definitely." Then I told Skylar. She goes, "Don't you bring that wetsuit?
Why?
I don't want you wearing that wetsuit. It's embarrassing."
Why?
And I go,
Why?
"Well, aren't there jellyfish and stuff? So if they scrape up against me, I'll be confident."
Right. Well, here's my question.
I'm gonna ask Skylar
Does
again.
Skylar wear a wetsuit or not when she does these?
She usually just wears a rash guard. And I said, "Well, you give me one of those. They have those for
Well,
the people."
I mean, okay, so my question is, because usually when I see like those videos, they're wearing wetsuits.
and Skylar has the whole shark.
And then also you're
wetsuit.
3 miles out from shore. That water's not
And
going
we're
to
out
be
at
warm.
7 in the morning.
Right. So I'm thinking like warmth and combo
I
jellyfish.
mean, is this such a bad thing? I wear a wetsuit.
I don't think it is a bad thing.
I kind of want to wear one.
I would say wear a wetsuit then.
Let's bring it. River told me to.
Yeah.
I'll
Why
talk
is it
to
embarrassing?
I'll talk to Sky again. But
You
anyway,
look like
it'd be,
a little more
yeah,
seasoned if you do.
yeah. Now I was thinking if we didn't get Ocean on the podcast, and she said, "Oh, if we say some things about him, they'll repost some stuff or
Right.
whatnot." But
I think we kind of have to have Skylar on to say things about them. Was I think kind of the deal. That's what
we'll have Sky on.
That's
for sure.
what I got out
we'll
of
have
it.
Sky
They're
on
not
for
you
sure.
talking about it because you don't know half of what you're saying.
Well, yeah, she can say what they do
Right.
and how to sign
Yes,
up and
they
how
want
to
they
call.
want
And they want
a
business. Business
a
from it.
professional speaking about it.
Right. But anyway, yeah, that should be exciting. But anyway, maybe we can arrange something and get them on via Zoom sometime.
Oh, right.
Because now we're set up to do Zoom, even though we haven't done it yet. We tried to do it with Michael Weems, but didn't work out very well.
Right.
What button do I push? What do I do? I'm
It's
like,
all
okay,
right.
just grab your phone.
Just
Can
yep.
you just talk to us on the phone then? But we're gonna try to do a Zoom with Lauren from Juicy Tits.
Right.
That's the next plan. But I haven't heard from her. She's super busy. Like this is her jam. October.
Oh, well, yes, October makes sense.
Yeah, so I don't know what's going to happen. It might the whole Key West thing might fall through now, but
That's all right.
if
Shit
it does, we'll do it
happens.
again.
Right.
We'll do it sometime. We're going to plan on doing that. But anyway, we're off to Oahu. Anything that you want to do in Oahu, besides see where Skylar lives and because we're going to be there a short time. But
It is a short
will
trip.
we have time to go check out Pearl Harbor?
I don't know.
Because
we
that
will.
might be kind of cool.
I think I've seen it myself.
Right, I never have. But you got to go into Waikiki,
Well, it's not. It's kind of off of Waikiki.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not in Waikiki. It's
Oh,
off.
I thought it was.
No, it's very close.
Yeah, okay.
You do have to go into like Honolulu.
And you go and it's kind of like the 9/11. You pay money and go walk tour it.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Is the ship still down there?
Yes.
Why don't they pull it up? It's a
I
tourist
don't know.
attraction, I guess.
I there's probably a reason. It still leaks oil, so you actually can see the oil in the water, and like every once in a while, like air bubble.
It leaks oil still? How?
It does.
After,
Over
1942?
50 years, yeah.
Think about it. Wow.
Yeah. It's as much as there's like
40
it's kind
years.
of a tour. I said over
60
50.
years. 60 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of a touristy attraction. It's very kind of quiet and eerie still. Like you're like, oh.
Well, that's like 9/11.
Yeah.
Same thing. Anything where was a tragedy,
And it's crazy because there was nothing around it when it happened, but there's the area's been built up around it, so it's weird that you're like this used to be like a
Yeah. Now,
military base.
my papa
I
left.
know.
They came there, partied, said it was a lot of fun, and left the day
That's
before it
insane.
happened. Yeah. Yeah, that was good timing.
That is.
Crazy.
I know it's crazy, but yeah, I'm assuming we'll be back at some other point if we don't do it this trip.
Yeah, at some point we'll probably be
So-
back in Oahu or whatnot. So, but River went there, and that's the only person I know besides Skylar that went there. He loved it. He didn't go to the
Pearl Harbor. He probably doesn't
yeah,
give a
but
care about
but
Pearl
he just
Harbor.
went to North Shore and went to Waikiki. He liked Waikiki. Went surfing there and stuff like that. So
Do you want to go to the Dole pineapple plant?
no,
Oh, okay.
I've been to those kind of things before. I don't like that.
You
I
have
don't
not
like
been to the
too
Dole
many
pineapple plant.
touristy things. Yeah. I found out one thing interesting too that Sky told me that Robert Kennedy Jr. went on the shark dive a long time ago or whatever because he's an ocean conservation.
I did not know that. I mean, I guess
that's
you don't
another
know
thing that Ocean and her company does is ocean conservation.
Right. I think that's kind of their big thing.
Beach cleanups and all that kind of stuff.
And I think they kind of use like
mouths.
the shark diving as a way to get people like knowledgeable about
it. Yeah.
Like it feeds into it then. Like, oh.
Yeah. If you go on her social media site, she's always educating you. Her last post had this huge long thing of educating you all about why and sharks and stuff like that. I think it's really cute though, and I don't know if this is why this happens or they're just used to her. She's out there on the boat and she takes the white flowers are called plumeriums.
Plumeria?
Yeah, plumeria. And she takes them and throws a couple in the water.
What does that represent?
I don't know. And then the sharks come.
Oh.
She stands on the boat and she throws a couple in the water and the sharks just come up.
Oh.
So they know it's her, I think.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, she does the flowers. And the other day, she had the video of this. She had like a green plant looking thing. She throws
a palmy thing?
Yeah, like a palmy thing. Throws it in the water, and the sharks come up.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a plant or a flower, but it's kind of it's kind of nice.
Oh.
She's like, okay, I'm here, and she throws the flower in. It's all quiet, and then whoosh. So I would like, I mean, I don't know if they do that every time or just she does that or whatever. And then one time she did that, she had a birthday cake and the shark came up and wow.
Ate the cake?
No, but she had a birthday. She was like, oh, it's so-and-so's birthday
or
something.
Oh, I was like, shark ate a cake?
I think it was her birthday.
Oh.
Or one of them. And the shark came up.
And it looked like it was biting the cake. They got like
it was coming up. Yeah, it was crazy. And then she taps it on the nose and it goes back down. A big ass shark, not a little one.
See, I can't.
I mean, just to see that on the boat, and I think only when she's on the boat,
I think
that
just
happens.
Seeing these sharks in the wild is going to be.
Yeah, because right now I don't think she's going to be on our boat.
I'm assuming a no.
I don't know how it works. I think Sky said, I think there's I can't remember if she said 12 or 20 people, like 12 or 20, something around those numbers, but not more than 20.
Oh, okay.
Well,
I will just take pictures from the side. My anxiety cannot handle it.
I know, it's been pretty good. I mean, I'm sure my heart will be, but I'll stay calm because I know you got to be calm.
Right.
But inside.
That might be the time I have like a panic attack in the water.
Inside, my insides will be going. Because, when sometimes you see a dog, dogs can sense if you're nervous inside.
Dogs totally can.
Like sixth sense. I wonder if sharks probably can.
I would assume a lot of animals can. Like bees and stuff. A lot of probably.
Smacking the bees around and everything.
Well, I would think yes, because that's kind of like what's it called? They know like, oh, you're scared of me, so you must be food.
Right, you're trying to get away.
Yeah.
So I must have to eat you.
Yeah.
The bottom line is don't try to run.
No.
You face them eye to eye. Sky says you look them right in the eye.
You hit their nose.
And she says it's hard to look them right in the eye when their mouth's open. They're coming their mouth open with their eyes. But maybe they're like Nora and just saying hi.
Right. Let's pretend.
I don't know. I'm gonna learn a lot about this. And then after I get out, I might be so anxiety I have to drink a couple of these drinks.
Right.
Honey, guess what time it is?
Happy hour?
Yep, I made your favorite Juicy Tits Vodka cocktail.
Fantastic. Thanks, babe. Love you.
And I love you. And your Juicy Tits.
Go to juicytitsvodka.com to get your own bottle of Juicy Tits, where life is the party.
Last week on the podcast, and we got a lot of hits on YouTube for some reason. Dad bought her six-pack.
Oh, right. Did Skylar ever answer that question?
She did.
What was her response?
Six-pack.
Oh, she wanted a six-pack.
I said, well, she's still in that age. But most of the girls that they asked the question, Dad bought her six-pack, were her age. And they said Dad bought a lot of them.
She's still
They're probably a little older than
six-pack.
her, but yeah. What happens is you might marry him with a six-pack and then it goes away.
That's pretty much always what happens.
So you got to like both.
Right. But when they lose the six-pack, then you just love them. So you're like, oh, it's fine.
It's under there.
Right. There's some muscles in there. Right. You don't love them for the body.
When I met you, you had a six-pack.
I did.
How did you have a six-pack? A girl. It's not very often.
I don't know. I just did.
What will it take to reveal the six-pack?
Oh, my God. I know.
Not drink a six-pack?
Ozempic, I swear.
Ozempic?
No, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a slow grind when you're 40.
Yeah. Your metabolism, I think, about every 10 years kind of changes. Like sometimes.
Tell me about it.
Yeah. When I turned 40, I kind of stopped working out for a while because it was really stressful time, and I didn't go swim anymore. I did barely even went to the gym, and I was skinny and lighter than I've
Were you
ever been in
eating
my
like
life.
you eat now?
I wasn't even thinking about it, and I was actually
Oh.
skinnier and lighter.
But I mean, did you eat the same or did you eat differently?
I think because I was stressed, I probably ate less and didn't know
okay.
it, and didn't realize it or know
okay.
it. But and then weird, as soon as I got comfortable again, I started gaining it back.
I know. It's
I gained
just
like 10
happy
pounds.
eating. Yep.
Yeah, so when you're happier and less stressed, you get fatter.
You just like, yeah, it's so true.
And then when you're running around, your mind's on other things, you don't think about it as much, you know.
True that.
Yeah, so whatever rhyme or reason, I'm not sure. Today is the Cardinal game.
Yes.
We're going to be watching it. They're going to be playing the
Cardinal
Bears.
attire on for you.
Those of you, we'll go fast over football because most of our listeners are not football people, but hopefully they are.
If they are, they're probably not Cardinals people.
And I'm wearing my salute to service hat.
Yes, you
Kylie
are.
bought me on the internet.
I did. I had to find not a random website, a different website than we normally order from.
I don't like the skater kind of hats, like the curved bill hats.
You like a flex
fit hat. But and on the salute to service, and I guess on military uniforms, they put the flag backwards, like.
Correct.
I don't even want to explain this, but they don't
You
put the
just
flag
don't
like you would look
understand
at it.
I've
I understand
explained
it. I understand. They just take it and slap it so it's back. The image is backwards.
Yes. Backwards to the people looking at it, but facing forward to the person wearing it.
Yeah, so we're not going to go too much into that. But anyway, salute to service. This whole month is salute to service.
Yes.
And I think is it prostate cancer month too?
I don't know.
Or does it? I don't know. They have a month.
There is a month. I'm not sure what month it is.
Or is it December?
Though.
I don't know.
There is a prostate cancer month.
Yeah. Is it Corn Dog Day? I mean, they have everything. Corn Dog Day.
There is a Corn Dog
Day. No, they have Corn Dog Day. They have a Donut Day.
It
seems like the National Donut Day is
birthday.
National Donut Day, I believe, is like 5 times a year because I hear it all the time. Like, how could it be? Okay, National Hot Dog Day, National Barbecue Day, National Rib Day.
Oh, you name it. National Glass of Wine Day.
Glass of Wine Day?
Oh, yeah.
Is there?
And then there's like a National Red Wine Day and a National White Wine Day.
Is there National Rusty Harpoon Day? That's what they should have.
I think September is prostate awareness.
Oh, it is? Yeah. They don't really highlight that one enough.
Probably not as much as they should. Let's be honest.
I know, but I mean, can't they just? I mean, everybody knows all this. I think it's more to raise money for that.
You're right. I think November is Alzheimer's.
Oh, Alzheimer's.
Alzheimer's. There's no T involved.
I have it, so it doesn't matter. Alzheimer's.
There's no T.
I shouldn't say that. I don't want that.
You shouldn't. It runs in your family.
No, it doesn't.
Granny?
Yeah, but the only thing about my grandma, I don't know if she full on had Alzheimer's or just dementia. She never really got diagnosed for Alzheimer's.
They actually cannot diagnose it till you're dead, and they do a biopsy on your brain.
Oh, okay. So she probably she had it then.
Yeah.
But she was a very nice.
It could go one of two ways: very nice or very mean.
I mean, if you're like a big dude and you're mean, you'd punch holes in walls and stuff, and you don't even know, or tackle your spouse and wrestle them, because you think they're an intruder or something like that. You know?
Yes.
So, my grandma was so pleasant.
She was.
Yeah. I would go, Grandma.
Way to go. To do it.
Grandma, how old am I? She'd go, I don't know, 50.
It's about accurate.
And then I would say, okay, Grandma, well, how old are you? And she'd go, I don't know, 50. And I go, so me and you are the same age? She's like, I don't know. And I go, well, he's 92. I point to my papa, her husband. She was 90 and he was 92. I go, well, he's 92. And she looks at me and she's like, ooh. That's old.
See, this sounds like a happy existence.
No, she was hilarious. She was like, I don't want to be with someone that old.
You're like, well, you are.
She literally thought, my mom thinks she's younger. I mean,
also,
my grandma.
Your mom has Alzheimer's. Just joking.
No, she does not. My mom is sharp as a
She does
nail,
not at all.
Man. My mom is sharp as a nail. She is.
She is.
Yeah, my papa was pretty sharp too. I mean, all the way up until the last couple years. He didn't have Alzheimer's by any means, but he was just tired and old and didn't want to answer things.
In all honesty, it's probably like it's some depression involved. I feel like anyone in their 90s gets depressed.
What age would you want to live to?
I don't know.
Like if you could live to 100, you'd say sure.
It depends probably how I felt and what was going. Like, am I by myself? Am I?
Well, my pop, you're probably gonna be by yourself. I'll tell you that. Unless I lived to 150.
Right.
Yeah. And so my papa, once my grandma died. So she died at 92, so he was 94. Yeah. She died she had 92?
I don't know.
91, 92.
Something
like that. So let's say he was 93, 94. He kind of went downhill from that. And then he'd always say, Eric, you don't want to live this long. And I said, well, what age do you think you want to live to? If you're healthy. And he was healthy. He says, 90.
Oh, okay. So that he liked 90.
Yeah, he goes 90 is fine. After that, nah, it's
I
not
mean,
worth it.
I kind of think what's.
Even though he was afraid of dying and everything, he said he wasn't, but he was.
I don't know. Most people
He
afraid
kind
of
of came to
dying.
terms with it though. He was kind of ready.
I think
at the end.
if you live to your 90s, you do kind of come to terms.
When it
with
comes time, you're like, I just want to die.
Like, right. And I think a lot of, like, I remember with my grandpa, didn't want to be a burden on his kids.
Yeah, didn't
So
want.
it was kind of like, I don't want to get to that point where you're having to take care of me.
Yeah, and you're
Yeah.
feeding me with a spoon. Or
Yeah,
something, or whatever,
I want to be self-sufficient
Yeah.
still.
And my papa, even when he went into the hospital for, he had UTIs and stuff
That's
like
a
that.
common thing.
It's a common thing because
elderly.
Yeah, elderly. And they said, we have to take you out of the hospital in a wheelchair. Nope.
I know.
He would never go. He fought him.
Okay,
He goes,
even
"No,
like
I'm
a
walking."
20-year-old has to get out in a
No,
wheelchair.
but he would not. He was, I'll walk. I'll walk. Nope, sir, you can't. I'll walk.
I know it's
I'll
like
walk.
a hospital policy, but yeah.
And so he never was in a wheelchair or anything. He was too, his ego was too.
His pride was too.
His pride, because he says, when I think people in a wheelchair, I think they're going to die. And so I think that's what he thought about,
Yeah.
Or he didn't want to be one of those old other people in the, the old folks' home that looked all decrepit because he cleaned himself up and combed his hair and he was always kind of sharp looking, and he took pride in that. So, yeah, but I'll tell you what, I don't want to go to old folks' home, Keeks.
I mean, I'll try not to make that happen for you.
I mean, I don't mind going to like country club type one, but I don't want to go to an old one where they're
unless I have to put you in a home. I don't think I will.
Smother me with a pillow or something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we'll figure out a game plan. You smother me with a pillow. I'm not going.
I'm not going to jail because they murdered you at your choosing.
They should have
my
that.
years into jail. I think like Oregon has that.
They should have you should be able to take a pill and kill them off. But they don't want you to misuse and kill you. Get mad.
Correct.
I eat your fucking sausage. I get a pill and die the next day. Right.
Yeah, eat
if
that
there was
sausage.
If there was any day, yesterday I would have been dead.
I want to killed you yesterday.
You just send me a pill like this. A little pill like that.
I wouldn't have killed you yesterday. Just maybe put you down for a few hours.
Silence me for a few.
Yeah.
Like, is there some kind of pill you could paralyze me for?
I would like that.
Paralyze
for
me
just
for
a few hours.
Like 4 hours. I couldn't talk or move.
Right. So I don't have to deal with you.
And you just lay there.
And even though you know I'm irritated with you, you like follow me around.
Well, because I say, why wouldn't you just let me make another one? How could you? And then I say, how could you be that mad? Really?
It just was irritating.
How could you be that mad about this?
I'm going to eat your food one day.
You don't eat my food.
I'm going to one
day. I know, I
doubt
you ever will.
I'm going to like something that you love. I'm going to like eat the rest of it and see what you do.
Yeah, but that's just revenge thing. I did it innocently. No. I didn't revenge. Revenge is not good, dear.
It's not revenge. It's just showing you.
What?
Showing you what it feels like.
I know what it feels like. I know what things have been taken from me.
Oh, food?
I don't know about food, but actually. I'm not sure about food.
Right.
One time my ice cream fell on the ground and my cousin kicked it against the wall.
It's kind of like that.
I know the feeling.
It's kind of like that.
It like broke my heart.
You wanted to eat it and then you couldn't.
Fifth grade and you get a brand new cone, it falls on the floor.
Right.
And then I go down to pick it up because I'm going to eat it still because I don't care.
Scrape that chunk off.
And he kicks it against the wall and it smacks it against the wall.
It.
No, I scooped off the wall and ate it.
Okie doke. How many rocks did you get with that?
A lot. Yeah. No wonder my teeth are all broken. But anyway, what else is coming up? The election's coming up on Tuesday.
Oh, boy.
I want this election done
so
and gone.
Ready for it to be done.
I'm so sick of the fucking election people.
And
we had a lady come to the door yesterday.
Oh, my gosh.
And Kylie and I hate answering the front door.
I don't care who. Like, it could be my mom, and I probably was like, damn, I got to answer the door.
Just come through the garage. If you know the code, come through the garage. Don't go through the front door.
So, yeah.
And so Tanner comes to the house. He always goes to the front door. I go, just go through the garage. You know the code. I don't want you going through the front door. But so this lady knocks, so Kylie hears the knock. The dog doesn't hear it.
It was very like a quiet knock. And I'm like, was that a knock on the door? So I like pull up the camera on my phone and I'm like, there is a lady standing there.
Yeah, she's there for like 15 minutes.
Oh my God.
And Kylie and I refuse to answer the door.
A good 10 minutes.
I refuse to answer the door.
She stands, I'm literally watching her on the camera.
Just leave your election shit and leave.
She stands there for like 2 minutes and then knocks on the door again, quietly, yet again. Looks in the way because the top of our door has glass. So she looks in the top of the door in the glass. I'm like, she's looking inside the house. And I think the TV was on, which makes it look like we're home.
The TV was on. And because I left, I'm like, I'm not answering the door.
Sometimes we do leave the TV on for the dog.
Right.
And so I'm like, oh my God, she probably thinks, but I'm like, what if we're showering? What if we're, And so she just stands there again for like another 2 minutes, blah, 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 and then rings the doorbell. So Miss Nora hears that and just starts angrily barking at the door, which I'm like, good. Keep barking, Nora. You
Right.
get them.
And she still stayed there.
She's
She's
stayed
like,
there.
well, I guess they'll come.
And then rang it again.
Right.
She literally was there for like 10 minutes, would
We're like-
not give up.
We're like, go away.
I'm like,
go
I'm not
away.
coming to the door. I'm not doing it. Sorry. Because then it becomes like Nora wants to say hi. Nora wants to do it's just a nightmare.
Right.
Leave. She left her stuff, but I'm like, just leave it and walk away. And we
know.
already voted.
Right. There's another thing that this kind of irritated me about the election. Whether you're for Trump or Kamala, either way, I don't care. Whatever people are out there. Trump went on to Joe Rogan's podcast.
Right.
And then he invited Trump and he invited Kamala to go on. And this is only you and him sit down, and he says it's probably going to be 3 to 4 hours.
That's
or three.
insane.
It's probably going to be 3
Like
hours.
a 3-hour
because
interview?
I want to sit down. I'm not asking you questions per se. I just want to get to know you. Let's have a conversation.
Which that is actually
And I
pretty
don't want your
cool.
people
because
here-
you don't really get to see that side of any
Yeah.
candidate for that
So I
matter.
don't want your people here telling me what I
what
can
I can
and cannot
ask, what
say.
I can't
and you can say
yeah.
whatever you
can,
want.
I mean, if you want to say you don't want to answer
Yeah.
that, then you say you don't want to answer
and
that.
then I don't want your people here saying it's time to go.
Right.
It's time to go. It's time to go. We'll decide when it's going to end.
Yeah.
So
let
Trump-
it flow and go naturally.
Yeah, so Trump went and did the whole interview. Good or bad, indifferent, I don't know. And so he opened the same thing with the Kamala. So Kamala said she would come back to do the interview as long as it was 1 hour long, and they had to have
like
their
a list of
people-
questions or
list
something.
of questions, have people in the room.
You don't like that.
And he says, hell no. And then
for what he's doing.
and
I
then
don't like that.
and she had to come to them. He's like, I'm not coming to them. You come to my studio.
Yeah.
And we're gonna do it this way because it's and she can't.
Well, that's the pain because it's his whole. So we know what it's like to move your shit.
So I don't know if that's any sign or not, and I don't care
I mean,
who you're
I don't
voting
know.
for. And Joe Rogan, who's basically was a Democrat. I don't know. He seems like he's voting for Trump, but I don't know. He didn't.
Right,
He
I
wouldn't
know,
say
yeah.
actually.
I mean, that's good. I
But-
think that's good.
But what does that say? Sit down and have
Right.
the fucking interview.
Right. Well,
She needs men's votes, and this guy's the biggest
oh
men's
my
listener.
God, she could have. Yes.
Right. So I don't get that of what the strategy is. So in my opinion, Trump's going to win
I don't
because
know.
I don't know either. But in my opinion, because of stuff like that.
I don't know.
Because why wouldn't you
Well,
do
then
that?
Vance.
If you're president, shouldn't you be able to sit down with anybody?
Yes. Well, yes, because you have to as a president. You have
Yeah.
to sit down with a lot of people
Yeah.
that you don't want to talk to.
Yeah, and then I might say she had half a chance if she did interviews.
I mean, I
like that,
definitely think it
but
would have helped her.
I think so too.
Would
but,
not hurt her.
So anyway, that was the last thing that I noticed on the election.
Well,
stuff.
didn't Vance do an interview with him too?
When Kamala turned it down the next day, he went out there and did an interview.
Oh,
with
but what
too.
about
His
Walls?
was
Did they
3.5 hours.
offer an invitation to Walls?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
I don't think
They're like,
did.
and we're just done with you guys.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, I mean, they could have. I'm
I
sure he
don't- I
would have
don't
had him
know.
on.
Yeah.
But he would have interrupt his schedule to have them on whenever they came out.
I know, which that's
because it's close to election time. But anyway, who in politics do I hate the most?
Do you hate the most?
Yeah. You can make one guess, and I'll tell you who it is. So it doesn't take too long.
Who? Ugh.
You know who it is.
I know. Who do you hate the most?
He's from Ohio.
From Ohio?
Yep. Or Pennsylvania. I can't remember.
I don't know then.
Fetterman.
Oh yeah,
The big
sorry.
slob.
Yeah, the worst Carhartt all the time. Yes, you hate him.
So he's out campaigning for Kamala.
Oh. I
and
haven't
he's
seen
on.
much about
he's
him.
on a show.
What show?
A show, podcast show, whatever
Oh,
it is.
okay.
I don't know if it's a show or I don't know if it's a radio show, podcast, whatever. So anyway, but he's filmed.
Right. Was he wearing Carhartt?
He's wearing a Carhartt hoodie sweatshirt
Of course.
along with basketball shorts that go down past his
No.
knees and tennis shoes.
No.
A congressman.
Right. Well, remember they had to pass that bill so that he would have to dress up.
Right. But he's wearing this in an interview. And I'm like,
It's so
I just can't take it.
well. It's like messy and sloppy, and it's kind of disrespectful.
I wouldn't mind if they came to his house and interviewed him and see how he
Right.
really lives and stuff. But when you're out in the public and you're representing your state, and
It doesn't look good.
I'm not saying you should wear that. I'm
You
not
don't have to wear
saying you should wear
a suit every time.
You could, I'm saying you could wear. He could have jeans and a button up on.
Right. And they make a
And-
Carhartt button up
yeah,
you could wear.
Right, and that's fine. But a baggy, oversized hoodie that's probably
With basketball shorts.
4 XXX or whatever.
Oh my God,
because
it's
the guy's
but he's
huge
big,
anyway,
yeah.
and it's super baggy on him. And I wonder if he gets money from Carhartt and stuff.
I don't know.
I would
I
think
mean, I
so.
hope so at this point. Jesus.
I was like, oh my God, I hate
What
that
are you
guy.
wearing?
I can't stand that guy.
I mean, and I love a sweat, but come on.
And he got elected.
I know.
People liked him.
They
I mean,
didn't
maybe
like
maybe
Dr. What was
maybe
his name?
maybe
Was he running against?
Dr.
Dr.
Oz.
Oz,
Oh,
yep.
it was Pennsylvania then.
Yep.
Yeah, Dr. Oz. I mean, they liked him.
Better than
what
Dr. Oz.
They liked him better than Dr. Oz. I think Dr. Oz is kind of weird guy too.
I
So.
just didn't like that he got elected and then needed to go into like a mental health rehab facilitation for 6 months.
No.
So you're not doing your job.
No, he had a stroke right before he got elected. Or,
Also
you know.
true, but no, he was like major depression and needed to go into like a mental health, like
Right, so didn't do his job for like 6 months.
plus. And so I didn't like that. I mean, I appreciate you recognize you have mental health problems, you need help, but maybe don't sign up for a job if you can't do it.
Right.
All of us would be fired for that.
Right. Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, just saying.
Live with Eric podcast is brought to you by Petrola Concrete Construction. And we'll give a shout out to Michael Weems Collection in Palm Springs. What's his website, dear?
MichaelWeemsCollection.com. And he's got some new Christmas ornaments
stuff,
since it's
yeah.
now November and you can decorate for Christmas.
Michael Weems left a comment, love that picture of me and you dressed up,
dresses.
switched. Yeah, because he knows us now, so he saw us switched up. So I think that was funny. If you like this podcast, Race of 5, follow us. Click that copy link and share us with a friend and make them listen. iTunes or Apple iTunes is dating me.
Yes,
Apple
it is.
Apple Podcast or Spotify.
Is it even called iTunes anymore? It's like Apple Music, I
It's
think.
Apple Podcasts or Apple Music. They
It's
separated
not
them
on
all.
iTunes.
Jackie Schimmel says iTunes every episode because she can't get
it's
over
we're
it. She's
used
old.
to, yeah.
She's old school, but they don't even have podcasts on iTunes. I think they have iTunes still.
Is it still called iTunes?
I believe so.
Are you sure it's not Apple Music?
I think it's two separate things.
Oh, okay. I have no idea, obviously. Don't
Apple
ask
Music
me.
is an app where you pay by the month and you get as much music as you want. iTunes,
Oh, it's still
iTunes
your
is where
music
you buy
library.
the thing. You can look on your phone; it has an
That's
icon. I think
fine.
it says iTunes. I thought the funniest thing. I just saw this on my notes, so we didn't talk about the car that went through the 7-Eleven.
Oh, by your house.
Yeah,
Why
basically,
is that a funny thing?
basically, because what happened was
They pushed the
they pushed the accelerator
instead of the brake.
and it didn't just like bump into the front of the 7-Eleven.
It like went through.
It was a jump and crooked.
well, no, I
into
think
the
it. I
7-Eleven.
think it went in, like hit like a trash can and like turned sideways, like careened
Well,
into.
he had to go over a curb because there's a curb.
Well, yeah,
in
but there's a
front.
trash can right there too. You
Right.
could see that it was like propped up on.
Yeah, my mom says she sees that car all the time. She knows the
Oh.
car. Like she's
How often does Ron go to 7-Eleven?
well, not 7-Eleven. She sees the car. It's like in the hood or whatever. She
Oh.
goes, "Oh, I know that car. It's always
Oh.
around." And so, can you imagine being in the 7-Eleven buying something in a
Oh my
fucking
God,
car?
no.
You imagine how loud that is?
Oh.
Someone easily could have got killed if you were standing in front of that door. You're
right.
dead. You wouldn't,
Right.
you wouldn't have
Oh,
seen it.
no.
Who's going to see it coming?
You get like pinched between the car and a.
How many times you walk out of 7-Eleven, you open the door and a car's pulling in to park?
Not
You don't
very
move
often.
out of the way.
No.
Well, me, I go to 7-Eleven all the
I
time.
don't very often.
Yeah, so I see, cars moving in. I don't assume that's going to punch the gas
Blow
and
through,
fly in.
right.
You could have killed. You could have killed 5 people if they're.
Oh yeah.
People are There's some magazine racks right there. You could.
Isn't there like slot machines right there? Your mom could have been done.
I don't know if this 7-Eleven
Oh.
or not, but in Incline, yes, yeah. Oh yeah, mom would have been gambling. She'd been in her happy
Has
place.
your mom ever gambled at a 7-Eleven?
I don't know. That's a good one, Mom. If you're
Recess.
listening, I want you to tell me this one. Text me or call me.
Have
after
you
listen to
gambled
this
at a
episode.
7-Eleven?
Have you ever gambled at a 7-Eleven?
or a grocery store?
I'm pretty sure grocery store,
Okay.
yes,
Okay.
because my grandma used to, and I think she'd go
Okay.
sit down with her.
Oh, okay.
I'm guessing yes. I'm saying yes to a grocery store, and I'm
sure
going to say
about a gas station.
I would say a couple times at a 7-Eleven
Okay.
in her life.
Yeah.
It's
I
either
never
s-
have either because I always lose. I know Aislinn has gambled at a grocery store a few times and actually like won
Oh, really?
on like Wheel of Fortune.
Yeah. I think I have probably put a couple things at the 7-Eleven before because
Like, I got
used to,
some change. I'll toss it
yeah,
in.
because I mean at the days you could do that. Yeah, because I used to go. One of the guys I work with would always gamble there, and I'd talk to
Oh.
him once in a while. And I think I put a
Throw a
couple
couple quarters in there.
But that was the days you could do quarters. Now you
Do they even take like cash or coins?
yeah you can put like 100 or 50 or
Jesus
20,
Christ.
and then it converts it out. Then you get your winnings at the counter.
Oh boy.
Yeah, they have like a vault safe.
How do you know this?
I know all this. I know I don't gamble, but I know all this from 7-Eleven.
okay.
Yeah, I one of my dream jobs was to work at a 7-Eleven.
You know, one of my coworkers' parents
I could-
own a 7-Eleven in nearby. If you'd like a job,
Which one?
the one on Steamboat.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, that'd be kind of fun
So
for like
I
a
can
week.
hook you up. Yeah.
Do I have to stock? I don't want to stock it though. I just want to
Probably.
help the customers.
You
out.
probably have to stock. You have to make those
Oh.
hot dogs.
Oof. Has the smell of those hot dogs.
Yeah, all day while
That's
you're
not
sitting
bad.
there.
Everybody's.
Would you eat a hot dog if you're sitting there long enough?
Nah, I mean, maybe. I don't know. If they're a little crispier, I would. Maybe. I don't know. Giselle's pregnant.
Yes, she is.
That's the last thing I got to say.
Oh, and she's like, I'm like a little
She's
impressed because
44.
she's 44.
Yeah, but she's in good shape.
She is.
I
That
mean,
doesn't
still,
mean
you're
anything.
44.
Yeah,
Your
but
insides-
apparently
your
her
insides-
apparently her ovaries are also in good shape.
How old's the hubby?
I think
Yeah,
younger. I believe he's younger.
He's the Taekwondo guy.
Correct. That there was like speculation that she like left Tom for him. Obviously, they had bigger issues, but
Yeah.
I guess because she's like 4 or 5 months along. Like she's pretty decent along.
Right.
And so I guess Tom just found out like a day or two before it hit the public.
Right.
I heard.
I think he just laughed. I would have just laughed.
I think that he was probably like, your problem now.
Yeah, now we're not getting back together.
I don't think he thought they were.
Well, I don't know. You never know.
I don't think he thought they
Like now
were.
it's dead solid. We're not getting back together.
But like apparently they don't really talk. Like it's like kid related only.
Wow.
Yeah. Like they don't really have like any
I
kind
wonder
of.
how they go that hardcore. She's German, man, though. You don't fuck with the Germans.
Right.
They're harsh.
Yeah. So I don't think they. That's
Are you
why,
German?
No.
Oh.
You'd think though, huh?
Yesterday I thought you were.
Well,
You were German.
fuck with me.
Subscribe or
Eat my
follow.
sausage.
Oh, you are German. Eat your brats.
Yeah, don't stop eating my brats.
Yeah, you eat my brats, I'll fuck you up.
Right.
Obviously.
I know where you sleep at night.
Make you, yeah. You'll shove brats down my throat until I suffocate.
I don't. All I have to do is put Nora in the bed and you'll die.
Right. I know. Now can I say this?
Yeah.
Subscribe or follow us on wherever you listen to your podcast, or just go to our website at lifewitheric.com.
You didn't do a last call, my love.
What? Last call, dear. Who we cheersing today? Who we cheersing today?
I am just going to cheers to the end of this election.
Yes, end of the election.
Mainly because I'm so sick of political ads. I'm so sick of everything just being involved around politics. And I hate the meanness on both sides.
God, I know.
I just hate
Filthy.
the negativity. Yeah.
It's filthy.
So I'm really excited for this to just be done.
Can we have positive elections?
That's what I
What are you
say.
going to do to help the
Just
people?
tell me what you're going
That's
to do.
it.
Quit bagging on somebody
Who cares
and taking clips.
Who cares what they're not going to do?
I know.
What are you going to
I
do?
just don't. Yes.
Don't be a fucking douchebag.
That's how I feel.
Oh,
But so I'm
my
really
God.
happy for this to be done. And by the time this airs, it will be done.
It will be done, and we'll talk about it on the next.
So cheers to the end of
yeah.
this election
and
season.
salute to our soldiers.
And salute to our soldiers in
wearing the
November.
hat. Yep.
I love a soldier.
Yes.
I love America.
Now subscribe.
Excuse me?
Well, I can't even.
You already said it, so it's fine.
Yeah, I already said it. Subscribe or follow us. Where you listen to your podcast. Go to our website, lifewitheric.com.
Now you're screwing me up because I don't remember what I'm supposed to say.
Why? You want your script?
Maybe. What do I normally say?
How come you can't figure it out? Subscribe or follow us, and wherever you listen to your podcast, or go to our website at lifewitheric.com.
And don't forget to follow us on social media for updates and a closer look into my life with Eric. To all of our listeners out there, remember,
Oh my God.
it's always
Dan
happy
added
hour
the whole
here.
podcast.
Maybe
out.
we shouldn't do Sunday mornings.
I'm brain dead. Hitting the wrong buttons. Love you, baby.
I love you, unless you eat my sausage.
Never again.